Welcome to Shape of the City. I'm Clover Frederick and I'll be your host. For some children in our community, the meal they eat at school are sometimes the only meals that they can rely on. So what happens when school lets out for the summer? The Lincoln-Lancaster County Health Department and Lincoln Parks and Recreation are making sure that children in our community will have reliable meals year-round. Today I have representatives from those agencies with me to tell us more. Mike Heyl from the Health Department and Melissa Lindeman from Parks and Rec. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Now Mike, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about the Summer Food Service Program.
The Summer Food Service Program has been in operation since the late 1960s. During the school year, we've known for a long time that good nutrition is essential to good learning with children. Children from families with low incomes, we weren't always sure where they got their food once school let out. And so the Summer Food Program allows the Health Department to work with agencies and programs, much like Melissa's, to offer free breakfasts or lunches or both, so kids in low-income areas, parts of town, can come and enjoy a meal Monday through Friday for 10 weeks each year.
Okay, so who does the program serve?
We're allowed to reach out to children between the ages of 1 and 18 years of age. We focus on those areas of town that are identified with at least 50% of the children living in that area, residing in families that are at or below 185% of the federal poverty level.
So tell me when the summer food program will get started.
This year we will be operating Monday through Fridays from May 27th through Friday, August 7th. We won't deliver food on Friday, July 3rd. That's a federal holiday since the 4th lands on a Saturday this year.
Okay. And why is this program so important?
We're not sure where or if those low-income kids are getting nutritious meals once school lets out. During the school year, families with incomes that low qualify for reduced price meals, breakfasts, lunches. They qualify for free meals from the School Nutrition Services Program. But when school lets out for those 3 months, we're not sure if they're getting any nutritious food at all. And so this gives us a chance for the kids to come get 1 or even 2 meals a day for those 3 months. Okay,
so how does the program work practically?
We're the sponsor for the City of Lincoln, and then we work with a variety of agencies. The Salvation Army has been a longtime partner. Park and Recreation programs have worked with us for many, many years. YMCA programs, Lincoln Boys and Girls Club, cultural centers like the Malone Center, El Centro de las Americas, community learning center sites that do summer programs are all potential sites as long as their site that they're asking the kids to come to is located in one of those low-income areas. We deliver the food, they serve the food. We like to partner with those programs because that's an extra magnet for the kids to come. During the school year, they have the regular school hours, but during the summer, that extra boost that we get from those partnering agencies that are doing the summer programs helps to attract the kids to come and grab a meal from us.
Okay. Now, if somebody is interested in learning more about how their children can access the program, where would they learn that?
We have a website through the City of Lincoln. You can go to the City of Lincoln page, click on the Lincoln-Lancaster County Health Department and see a map of all 30, usually we're between 34 and 36 sites a summer. They can also call 2 numbers for more information, 402-441-8045 or 402-441-3889 for more information.
Okay. Now, if somebody is interested in helping out with this program, how can they learn more?
We can take both voluntary and monetary donations. Several of our sites rely on volunteers to help serve the meals to kids. Their sites are busy with their normal daily activities like Melissa's Crunch and Lunch staff. Having an extra body or 2 there to help coordinate the kids, get them lined up, get them fed, help clean up is always necessary. But we also do take monetary donations. If someone would like to donate to the program, they can call either one of the 2 phone numbers and we can talk to them about whatever monetary donation they'd like to make. The funding for the program primarily is through the U.S. Department of Agriculture, much like the school lunch program is.
Well, now let's talk with Melissa. Tell me a little bit more about Parks and Recreation's Crunch and Lunch.
All right. We developed Crunch and Lunch through Lincoln Park and Recreation last summer because of our department's commitment to keeping kids active, healthy, and engaged during the summer, both through nutrition and physical activity. We chose the locations that we were in based on the need to have kids that are not in programs that we traditionally have through Parks and Rec at our rec centers have an opportunity to come and be active in the parks and then have a healthy lunch.
Okay, tell me more about how that program works.
Okay. 11 o'clock, Monday through Friday, at the 3 parks we're going to be located in. We will have AmeriCorp members there to meet the kids, get them active in Spark activities, which are games that really encourage kids, all kids, to be active the entire time they're in the park. They're non-elimination type games, so all kids can feel successful and have fun and really get to know the other kids that are in the neighborhood that are participating. We do the active games for an hour, and then at noon we will serve lunch. And it's a nutritious meal that we know those kids are needing.
Okay, very good. So what are some of the goals of the program?
The goal is really to keep kids active. We know that kids are going back to school at the end of the summer less physically fit than they were when they started the summer. So this is a chance to keep them physically active, to get those 60 minutes of physical activity every day, and then also get that proper nutrition.
Okay, very good. So how old are the kiddos that come to Crunch and Lunch, and where would they go to participate?
Okay. The Crunch activities are really geared for those kids ages 5 to 14. We have high school kids that we love to help come and be helpers and volunteers. Any child between the ages of 1 and 18 are allowed to eat. We do ask if kids are under the age of 5 that they're supervised by an adult. And we will be at Peter Pan Park, University Place Park, and Upco Park.
Have you seen any impact on the children that you've worked with?
Last summer at Upco Park, we had 72 kids that are not traditionally in our summer programs. Don't know if they would have been connected to a summer program, that were coming to the park and eating lunch with us and having a good time.
Now, what are the incentives for the kids to come out to Crunch and Lunch?
They have fun. They love the staff that are going to be out there with them. And this year, as an incentive, any child that comes and participates in Crunch and Lunch 4 days a week will receive a swim pass that they'll be able to use in any of the public pools.
That's great. Now, why do you think that this is such an important program in Lincoln?
We have kids that are not connected to summer programs. They're not staying physically active all summer. They're at home. We don't know if they're getting a nutritious meal. And by getting them into the parks, we are able to get them active, keep them engaged. It keeps them involved with the kids from their school and in their neighborhood, and most importantly, getting that food to eat.
Very good. Now, tell me where parents can go to learn more about Crunch and Lunch.
Okay. You can call me at 402-441-4900.
Okay. Well, thank you both for coming, and good luck on your summer programming.
Thanks.
Thank you.
When we return, we'll learn more about an agency that's been doing great work in Lincoln for over 100 years. Welcome back. I'm Clover Frederick, your host for Shape of the City. For more than 100 years in the Midwest, the Salvation Army has been lending a hand to those who need it most. To learn more about some of their programs here in Lincoln, I'll talk with Stanford Bradley, the Community Center Director for Salvation Army's Lincoln and Lancaster County headquarters. Hi, Stanford. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So tell me, give me a little bit of background about the Salvation Army.
Well, the Salvation Army has been helping the Lincoln community and has been a part of the Lincoln community for over 100 years. And we've been in our specific location since about 1964. And, you know, we just believe in trying to do the most positive good that we can do. And, you know, every day we go out and fight the good fight.
Now, I understand that you have a mobile kitchen. Can you tell me more about that?
The mobile kitchen during the school year, we go out to the South Lincoln area, about 14th or 15th and F Street, where the gathering place is, and we park there. And we serve on Saturday and Sunday about 180 people a day. So there's a lot of utilization that comes out of that mobile kitchen throughout the winter months.
Okay. And now it also is going to be used this summer as well, correct?
Yes, it's actually 3 years old this summer. And what we do is we go out every summer and we fill up our mobile kitchen with tons of lunches from the health department. And we go out to 3 different locations here in Lincoln and we serve usually about 45 to 50 kids at each site. We go to the Shamrock Mobile Homes, just about 27th and just right over the viaduct between Holdridge and Cornhusker Street. And then we go out to the Mercy North Glen apartments and we feed kids there. Over the last 3 years since we started, we've served just about 4,000 kids in those 3 summers, so we're very proud of that.
Wow, that's great.
And you know, we just make the kids happy by coming out and making sure that they have a well-balanced and a nutritious lunch throughout the summer. We'll start July 1st and we will end August 7th, or actually June 1st, and we'll go through August 7th.
Okay, very good. What sort of feedback have you heard from the people that are taking advantage of this mobile kitchen?
You know, it's not necessarily the feedback that we hear. It's mostly the faces that we see. And, you know, when we pull into Shamrock Mobile Homes, you know, the kids that are over there, the smile that they have on their face and, you know, the thank yous that we hear. And, you know, they're very appreciative of the service that we're given. So it's not necessarily what they say, but it's always the way that they feel and the way that they look, and they're happy when we come and when we leave.
Okay. Now, what else does the Salvation Army have coming up this spring and summer?
April 1st, we start giving out the registrations for our summer day camp. We pride ourselves on having one of the cheapest summer day camps here in town. We charge $25 a week per kid, and anywhere else you go, it's usually, you know, over $100 a week. And we pride ourselves on making sure that we keep the cost reasonable for the kids in our community, so that they have somewhere to go, and it's not, you know, taken away from, you know, their meals and you know, keeping their lights on and stuff like that. So we have our summer day camp starting up. And then we also have the mobile kitchen that's going to get ready to start up the same time as our summer day camp. And then we have our after school program. It's winding down here, but we have tennis lessons a couple times a week. We have our FIT program, where it's a healthy living program where kids learn how to live a healthy lifestyle, as well as preparing healthy snacks and stuff like that. So we got tons of things going on at the Salvation Army. If you have kids or adults that are looking to volunteer, just give us a call and we'll make something work for you.
Well, now, if somebody in the community is interested in volunteering, how do they learn more?
You can go to the web and look for salvationarmylincoln.org, and you can find out some of our stuff there, or you can simply give us a call at 402-474-6263.
Okay, great. Now, if you're somebody who could use the assistance of the Salvation Army, how can they learn more?
Once again, you can go to the web, you can call, but it's always best just to stop down. You know, we're we have great staff members, a great facility, and when you come in, you'll be greeted and taken care of. So it's always best just to walk in and show your face, and we'll make sure we take care of you.
Now, what other programs are available to some of the adults that might use the Salvation Army services?
We have a women's ministry club. We have I can't think of the name right now, but it's a club for older gentlemen, and it's called the Hunks Club.
That's great.
And so they meet about once a month, and they do everything from repairing cars to building different things that we might need in our community center. So, and then we have our heat share program that we do where, if you're running low on finances and you need a utility paid or something's getting ready to get cut off, we help with that stuff too. So the Salvation Army has tons of different programs and different services that people can use. All you got to do is just go to that website and look for the different things that we do, and if there's something that we can do to help you, give us a call or stop down.
Well, that's wonderful. Thanks so much for joining me. We look forward to hearing more about what you have going on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Stay tuned to learn some easy tips on how to get your vegetable garden started this year.
Hi, my name is Eastlyn Wright, and I'm a Youth AmeriCorp member at Community Crops. I'm here today to talk about starting a garden or getting back into your garden to ensure a great summer harvest. One of the most important things is your location of your garden. You want to ensure that you have 6 to 8 hours of sunlight to be able to produce the fruits and vegetables that you're looking to harvest. When starting to garden, there are several different spaces you could use. You could use a raised bed similar to what I'm sitting on here. You could use a container, or you can sow directly into the ground. Few tools are required to start a garden. Things like garden gloves and a garden trowel may come in handy. Also, a garden spade, which is a shovel that has a point, and a garden hoe. This one may look different than the one you're typically used to, but any will work. To save yourself some stress and agony, now, before you start to plant, is a great time to weed your garden. Early spring is a great time to turn over your soil and add compost. Turning over your soil is important to amend compaction that may have happened over the winter. Compost is a nutrient-dense soil produced from plant and food waste. You can produce your own, but if you haven't done that this fall, you can always get Lingrow, a city service compost created from food waste, or you can buy bagged compost from your local garden center. March and April are a great time to start cool season plants like lettuces, kale, spinach, broccoli, cabbage, and root crops like potatoes, beets, carrots, and turnips. After the threat of frost, which is generally May 10th here in Lincoln, Nebraska, is a great time to transplant items like tomatoes, peppers, and eggplant. When deciding what to plant in your garden, there's a variety of ways to get started. Items like leafy vegetables, such as kale or lettuces, are best direct seeded. Things like tomatoes and peppers can be bought as transplants from a local garden store or started in your house earlier in the season. When growing items like potatoes, it's best to go to your local garden center and ask for seed potatoes. When starting from seeds, information can generally be found at the bottom or back of the packet on how long it will take to germinate and when the best time to sow seed is. For further questions and more information, contact a local master gardener through the county extension agency. In order to conserve water in your garden and protect your plants, you may want to consider getting mulch items. Mulch is a variety of different items. It could be wood chips, straw, leaf mulch, or grass clippings. Mulch acts as a nice barrier for the bare soil of your garden so that water doesn't evaporate as easily. It also eventually will break down and add nutrients to your soil. For more information, resources, and local class offerings related to gardening, visit communitycrops.org.
Shape of the City is dedicated to helping Lincoln stay informed of health and wellness topics and events. Visit our calendar at lincoln.ne.gov, keyword 10health. If you'd like to see your event covered, email us at 10healthlincoln@gmail.com.